Hello, this is Manifest Destiny, a procedurally generated time management game wherein the player tries to get from one end of the graph to the other. Usually there's only one path to do so, but the player must make use of every node in the graph, or at least a majority of them, to get through quickly before the timer runs out. And if the timer ever runs out, the level freezes until the player restarts, upon which a new level is generated of varying sizes, some longer, some shorter. The levels have not been made to stitch, but could very easily be done so. So yeah, the player would go about collecting resources, building nodes. Currently, one-time collectibles are circles, and buildable, reusable resources are diamonds. Diamonds obviously take longer to build, and resources that you pick up are sort of instant, but the advantage of the reusable ones is that you can obviously keep using them. So how does it make levels? Well, pretty simply. You'll notice that there's only one path from the start to the end. That is by design. The end is over here. And that's to help the progression of the level system. So first the system lays out the shape of the graph by laying out a series of columns of vertices, and then populating them with random edges, making sure there is only one path through, which it does by just generating the path and then creating a minimum spanning tree to the rest of the vertices. And then it goes ahead and does the more interesting part, the progression mapping. The user of the algorithm will pass in a time about how long they want the level to take, and then the algorithm will split that time into chunks that measure the time spent getting between different nodes in the path. So it'll first figure out, if the whole map takes 60 seconds, then this may take, 10 seconds to get from here to here, including all the time they would take to search the other paths they could fall down. And then it may take another 10 seconds to get down here, and then this may be a particularly longer path to get through, and that may be 30 seconds. And then from here, another 5 seconds or whatever. And it tries to add up as closely as it can to the initial timeline. Which I don't think my math hack worked out there, but in the ideal world that would be about 60 seconds. Once it does that, it then simply does a depth first search walkthrough of the vertices it can access and tries to plant resources in an interesting way, such that it also keeps track of past buildables that it has already, the player has already added to their collection. Thus, it sort of accounts for the growth in the player's capabilities as the game progresses. So that is Manifest Destiny, a quick sample of different graph shapes, different graph sizes. Some are a little too small. I might want to change the settings on the graph generator to make more interesting, larger levels. But this is just a demonstration of the variety of which it can produce given input designated by the programmer. Go ahead and play this one. If you left click on a node, you can see how much it costs up here. If it's already built, you instead see what it returns when you can get to it. So build things are green, things that aren't built are red. Can't quite build that yet, can I? How much do I need? So cool, and that's Manifest Destiny. Looks like I'll get to the end pretty quickly here. Thanks for watching. Bye.